Hi everybody, I'm here, Declan's here too, and we're going to talk about a topic that's kind of on my mind and on my heart that is relevant to our yoga practice, and that is today, that's body image. Like even as I sit here, I feel self-conscious, and I think a lot of us struggle with that, and it's been a barrier to me beginning to teach, because as much as I tell you guys, I know that yoga is for everybody. I've struggled with insecurity. Will people take me seriously as a yoga teacher if my body doesn't look like a yoga body? And I mean, I guess we're all kind of hypocritical in that way. Like we'll give people encouragement, but we won't take it on for ourselves. We don't treat ourselves like a friend. We don't treat our body like a friend. So that's kind of what we're going to talk about. I think that body image can be a barrier to our yoga practice if we are judging what we look like and worrying about what we look like. One good thing about virtual yoga is that nobody can see you if you don't want them to. If we're in a private session and you want help with your alignment, I can see you, but I hope you know, and I hope you'll grow to know that I would never judge your body, because I think your body is great.
Show.
Yes, Teen Titans is a great show. Alright, if you're gonna be here, you're gonna be quiet, okay?
Okay.
So, we also tend to judge our bodies for what they can do. I get really hard on myself sometimes when I can't get into a pose the way I want to, or hold it as long as I want to, or whatever. And I tend to judge myself and think I'm weak, or my body is weak. And it's not true. Your body is where it is today. And through consistency in our yoga practice, we can, experience greater mobility, flexibility, strength, all of those things. But your body is good right now. And that goes for how it looks and how it performs. And I think one of the powerful things that we can do for ourselves in this practice is to start to unlearn the lies that we have learned through our culture. I think that our culture has prized certain body types so highly that if our body isn't that type, we just feel like we're on a quest to change it, or we've given up on having a good body. But you have a good body. I have a good body. I have tummy rolls. My face is fuller than I would ideally want it to be, but that's where it is today. And whether it ever changes, my body is still good. And yours is too. My daughter is on the other side of my phone giving me a thumbs up, and I'm very thankful. And get you people like that. I have a daughter, a husband, and a best friend who constantly build me up and celebrate me. And you need a team like that. You need a team that reminds you that you are good, your body is good, you are worthy of love and celebration. And that is a big part of why I am a yoga teacher, and why tagline for Pink Lotus Yoga is yoga for everybody. There is no body that can't do yoga. Even if you're missing a limb, you can still practice yoga. Even if you're very overweight, you absolutely can still practice yoga. And yoga is not perfect asanas. It's not holding the pose for 10 breaths. It's a unity between the breath and the body. And I remember when I first started practicing, I would have spin class, or I would lift weights, or whatever else I was doing for my main workout. And then I would go to yoga class. And I would come out of that class feeling like a different person. And I was really clumsy in my body before I started yoga. I fell all the time, like just walking down the street. And that doesn't happen anymore, almost ever. I might trip over something, but that happens to everybody. And I remember I was about 6 weeks after I started practicing yoga, I found out I was pregnant with my daughter. And I was so nervous. I was like, I can't be falling all the time when I'm pregnant. But I didn't, because yoga gave me an awareness of my body and how I was moving and how I was carrying it that I had never had before. But it also gave me a sense of accomplishment and like power in my body that I had never experienced. I grew up very unathletic, or not good at sports, or the girl in gym class that not only gets picked last but never gets picked. Nobody ever wanted me on their team in gym class. They got me because the teacher would assign me to a team, but nobody wanted me on their team. And so before I started practicing yoga, I never considered that I was an athlete in any way. Now, yoga and athlete don't really go together in most people's minds, but yoga was the biggest bridge to me discovering that I am an athlete. Because I started yoga and spin class around the same time, and my first yoga teacher was also my first spin class teacher was also my first yoga teacher, and she's still somebody that's really special to me. And Shelly, if you're seeing this, hi. And yeah, one of the things that she said all the time changed in a large part how I viewed my body. She would say in spin class, she would say, "Strong you are." And I thought about that, and it was like, not just you're strong, but like just the juxtaposition of the words changed how I looked at what my body was capable of. And yoga changed how I looked at what my body was capable of. And so I say all this because I just know it can be such a barrier for all of us to try new things and to do new things in our yoga practice, in our lives, maybe starting a yoga practice. And I want to encourage you and empower you that yoga is for your body, and your body is good, and where it is today is good, and where it will be a month from now with consistent practice is good, and where it will be a year from now with consistent practice is good. Even if the aesthetics of it never change, it is still a good body, and you are still worthy, and you're still strong, and you're still beautiful, and you're worthy of love and celebration and all these things. And I am so honored and thankful and excited to share this practice and this community with you.